I want to think from the basics, about the space model proposed by this cosmology. What is accelerated exercise? If you drop an iron ball from the Leaning Tower of Pisa, the iron ball will fall while accelerating. If you throw the iron ball horizontally, it will fall a few meters ahead. If you throw more vigorously, you will reach farther. If you throw at an initial speed of about 7.9 km/s, you will return around the Earth. If there is no air resistance, it will be an artificial satellite that keeps orbiting the Earth. All these are acceleration movements. So when does constant velocity linear motion occur? Can a skater on ice perform linear motion at a constant velocity? Actually, ice also exists on a curved surface on the Earth's surface. Therefore, it is nothing but an orbit around the Earth like a satellite. The orbital movement around the Sun is the acceleration movement in the solar orbit. In any part of the solar system, constant velocity linear motion is not realized because it is in orbit. Then, is it possible to perform uniform linear motion at the midpoint between the solar system and the next star system? The solar system is also a member of the star cluster, so it is under the influence of the cluster's gravitational sphere. So here is also an acceleration movement. In this way, stars in the galaxy are accelerating in the galactic sphere. Similarly, moving out of the galaxy will not escape the cluster's gravitational sphere. In other words, constant velocity linear motion exists as a concept. Every substance in place in this world is accelerating. The fact that you are accelerating means that you are receiving an external force. With this external force, the uneven expansion that occurs around the material due to the expansion of the space is bending of the space. Since the space itself is curved, the light bends and goes straight, which is said to be straight. The acceleration of the expanding space is observed as gravity. It is thought that the expansion of the space is expanding through the atomic lattice of the material. However, since the expansion speed differs depending on the material density, acceleration occurs in the expansion of the space. It is thought that this acceleration is observed as gravity. The speed of light is slower in matter than in vacuum. The phenomenon of refraction occurs because the speed of light varies depending on the medium. The absolute refractive index of a substance is defined as the value obtained by dividing the speed of light in a vacuum by the speed of light in the material. For example, the refractive index of water is about 1.33 in the visible light wavelength range, and the speed of light in vacuum is about 300,000 km/s. So the speed of light in water is about 226,000 km/s. The fact that the speed of light in water, approximately 226,000 km/s, immediately becomes the speed of light in air, approximately 300,000 km/s, is difficult to understand because the speed change is discontinuous. Is it possible to think that the change in the rate of expansion occurs in the atomic level region? The gravitational forces generated by the individual atoms may be added together and observed as the gravity of the object. You can feel that gravity is the acceleration. Acting on the space. Here, let us calculate the amount of speed change when accelerating from the center of the Earth to the ground surface with g. Earth radius, r equals 6356752 m. Uniform acceleration motion, s equals half a gram t superscript 2. Time, t equals sqrt, 2/g, equals sqrt, 2x 6356752/9.8, equals 1138 seconds. Speed, v equals gt equals 9.8 x 1138 equals 11,152 m/s. There is a speed change. If there is a 0.0037% change in the expansion rate of the space, a gravitational acceleration of 9.8 m/s superscript 2 is generated. Model the bending of space as the expansion of space slows in matter. It is thought that the expansion rate is slow inside the material and maximum in the vacuum space. Perhaps because the expansion speed of the space does not become discontinuous, it is not surprising that there is a section where the expansion speed between the two is adjusted. The result will be the curve shown in the drawing. The fact that the expansion speed of the space is continuously changing means that the acceleration is working. If acceleration is acting inside and around the solid, the direction of gravity created by the acceleration will be opposite to the direction of expansion. In other words, is the acceleration of expansion measured as gravity? The concept of space bending was introduced by Einstein before expansion cosmology. In other words, the expansion rate of the space is observed as gravity in the direction opposite to the expansion direction because the speed changes, accelerates, inside and around the material. Therefore, the strength of the gravitational field in the space is considered to be the magnitude of the expansion acceleration. From Newton's kinetic energy and Einstein's energy. Newton has kinetic energy, K equals 1/2 mv superscript 2. The total energy of Newton is E equals U plus K. U is the potential energy. Einstein energies, E equals mc superscript 2. The two E's are very similar, but c is a constant, light speed, so energy is the mass of matter. Also, in Newton's energy equation, the value of K is so small that it can be ignored in real life, so E equals U equals m, that is, the mass is the potential energy. I think that the potential energy of this mass is the potential of the origin of the universe, that is, the state before the Big Bang. In other words, the mass of matter is the total amount of energy that distorts the space, and the flow of energy occurs in the direction in which the distortion of the space is eliminated. If the space is flat without distortion, there is no energy potential, so there is no increase in entropy. About the mass of a substance. This drawing is a model of the distortion of the space when the Earth is in the space. It is distorted as when a model of the Earth is placed on a rubber film. The total amount of distortion is the inertial mass. Moving an object means moving the spatial distortion. And the inclination of the surface created by the distortion of space is gravity. Since the distortion of this space is spreading at the speed of expansion, speed of light, it is questionable whether a speed exceeding the speed of light can exist. If you continue to accelerate near the speed of light, a distortion wall will stand in the direction of acceleration. It may be like a sound barrier when a jet exceeds the speed of sound. I think energy is the potential we have for the cosmic container. Is the substance finally thinned and changed into the expansion of the space, and only the expansion of the space remains? Einstein's E equals mc superscript 2. E. Energy. M. Weight. C. Light speed. Time is force E equals md superscript 2. E. Energy. M. Total amount of space distortion. D. Expansion rate. When comparing the two, there is a difference in the concept of mass. In cosmology, time is force, the mass of matter is the total amount of distortion in space, so the energy is the amount stored as distortion in space. Now you can understand why matter mass is equivalent to energy. Energy is the distortion of space. Energy flows in the direction in which distortion is eliminated. Space stage equipment law of inertia. If the law of inertia occurs locally in the universe, the order of the universe will be unstable and no meaningful structure will occur. The law that can be confirmed when looking around the universe is the law of inertia. Other principles are derived from the law of inertia and may change depending on conditions. The universe is likely to have a simple and powerful power stage that controls everything. If chaos were to cover the whole universe, it would not be possible to define the ever-changing cosmic structure created by it. This stage equipment is a property that stays as it is, law of inertia. The biggest manifestation of this law is the expansion of space. It defines the most unbiased change, expansion without bending or stretching. In order to remain the same, it is necessary to have the power to constantly maintain. Therefore, the state that does not change is not a state in which energy is released, but a state in which specific control is performed. In other words, the law of inertia is that all phenomena change. This law of inertia is a state in which there is no conscious power, but is subject to change as it is. Both electromagnetic and nuclear physics properties are governed by the law of inertia. If the thing that creates expansion and regulates its movement is considered the law of inertia, the beginning of the universe itself is considered to be the result of some inertia working. In other words, the cosmological equation is a mathematical expression of the internal phenomena of the Big Bang phenomenon based on the internal principles, but this equation always fails somewhere. Because it doesn't consider the outside of this universe. There is no way we can formulate the properties that affect all phenomena in a particular system. The law of inertia does not depend on mathematical formulas. There are no incidental conditions. And I think it can be applied to any event. The law of inertia can be applied to physical phenomena in nature, to life phenomena of living beings, and to mental phenomena of human beings. And I think that it is the only principle that can be assumed as the principle of the container of the universe. Motion state and gravitational field. The figure on the left is a schematic representation of the gravitational field of a stationary spacecraft. A spacecraft without a relative velocity to space is in a state of gravity balance. In other words, the front, rear, left, right, upper and lower springs are supporting the spacecraft with the same force as shown in this figure. The figure on the right is a schematic representation of the gravitational field of a spacecraft that is accelerating. It is in a state of accelerating movement, to the space. In this state, the gravitational balance around the spacecraft collapses and I think that it is receiving the force to pull it back, F. Einstein thought that this would increase the mass of the rocket that accelerated. I thought that the distortion of the space was eccentric in the direction of acceleration, and that it would receive a pullback force. The gravity distribution in the state of inertial motion can be represented by concentric circles, but the inertial force of this concentric circle with respect to the space is considered to be the mass of matter. Mass can be said to be the inertial force of space. In addition, it is thought that the attractive force between materials is born from the property of the space where the gravitational circles created by the two materials merge into one. If there is a gravitational wave, it is possible that the distortion of the space compressed in the acceleration direction is a wave. If this is detected as a wave, is it a state where gravity is oscillating like a binary system of black holes rotating at a very high speed? Since mass is the amount stored as distortion of space, the concept of mass equals energy can be easily understood. I feel that matter beyond the gravity shock wave will be in the same situation as a black hole. If space distortion increases beyond the limit instead of increasing mass, will the space continuity be cut off and go to that side? Giant galaxy-sized vortex field is unknown gravity field. As shown in this figure, the cross-section when the cone is cut diagonally becomes an eccentric ellipse. Considering this cut plane as a gravitational plane, it is obviously an asymmetrical ellipse, and if this form is gravity distribution, it is an unstable gravitational field. This gravitational field cannot be released, and I feel that the space itself is falling. In addition, energy and matter mass are equivalent and matter mass and gravity are the same, so the kinetic energy of space is gravity. It was an image of space that was not in our concept of space falling in a particular direction. Stars and galaxies have horizontal cross-sections in each coordinate system, but each system does not necessarily have the same inclination as the higher system, so each coordinate system falls in a specific direction it becomes. So the gravity field itself has a vector, not the image that the gravity field moves as a result of attracting by the gravity of the star. It has become the image of a dynamically flowing space. It is not an empty vacuum but a dilute but predominant structure of the universe. The expansion of the vacuum is the carrier of the photons. And the unevenness of the expansion speed of this vacuum is acceleration and gravity. This situation is a curved space like the one on the left, but observers in this space cannot observe the entire image of this bend. Light travels along the shortest path on this curved surface. The bubble structure in the array of galaxies suggests that galaxies are formed in valleys of such spatial density. The distortion of a space with some kind of viscosity causes the inertial mass of matter. Furthermore, the viscosity of the vacuum causes changes in all substances at the atomic level, and changes in this field become time. The success of gravitational wave observation has come to have great significance as a physical existence of a physical phenomenon in a vacuum space. Photons riding on waves of expansion. The smallest size, one-dimensional, like a photon travels in one direction on the wave of expansion, but there is no concept of one way in a substance with a size because the inside of the material is a three-dimensional space. Therefore, a substance with a size cannot ride the wave of spatial expansion. I thought it was not strictly a one-dimensional particle but small enough to ride on the wave of expansion. Also, stars and galaxies are interconnected by gravity, so it is thought that they do not move by the expansion of space, but acquire gravity, mass, and time by the expansion energy of space. Light speed equals expansion rate equals operation speed of time. The three speeds are actually the same. The photons from the light source are easy to imagine, but the infrared rays from our body temperature are also photons. If you don't emit infrared light, your body temperature will rise and you will die. There is no feeling that something has been lost due to the emission of infrared radiation. Then the photons would be surplus energy rather than leaving a part of the body. Understand the situation of photons carried by expansion. The figure on the left assumes that the centers of the two circles are 300,000 kilometers apart, and it takes 1 second at the speed of light between the 2 points. The figure on the right is an enlarged view of 30 times. The distance between the 2 points is 300,000 kilometers, but the 2 points appear to overlap. Similarly, the propagation of the wave of expansion also overlaps the circle. It is hard to imagine a light path that expands in all directions in everyday sense of distance, but on a macro scale it can be understood that it is the same spatial expansion. In other words, when looking at the light of Tokyo and the light of Osaka from an artificial satellite, the light is collided, so it is not visible as expansion. Space expansion acceleration. The flow velocity can be determined by measuring the velocity of the leaves floating in the flow. To measure the rate of expansion of the space, you can infer by measuring the particles carried by the waves of expansion. And I think that this speed is observed as the maximum speed in space. The leaves on the surface of the water are photons in outer space. I think you can understand that the speed of light is constant with this model. We routinely contacted the expansion of space as the nature and speed of light, but did not realize that this was the expansion of outer space. The kinetic energy of clear water cannot be visually observed. But you can see that most of the energy of running water is kinetic energy of water. It is thought that the expansion of the space is expanding through the atomic lattice of the material. However, since the expansion speed differs depending on the material density, acceleration occurs in the expansion of the space. It is thought that this acceleration is observed as gravity. The galaxy's rotation and swirl form a huge gravitational field. I want to simply expand the space, but the expansion field of the space is disturbed under the influence of the substances and energy present in the spots in the space, resulting in eddies and accelerations in the space. It is considered that energy of space is normal distribution E equals md superscript 2. Einstein's E equals mc superscript 2 is said to be the most beautiful expression in the natural world. However, we are not able to explain what the weight kg is artificially vague and what it is. Also, light speed cannot explain why this is a function of energy. For time is force, we set E equals md superscript 2. In other words, it can be expressed by the total distortion of space x diffusion speed superscript 2 in space. This is very similar to Newton's kinetic energy formula K equals 1/2 mv superscript 2. I assume that the distortion shape of the space is a normal distribution. Normal distribution is the most important distribution in probability statistics. It is also called the Gauss distribution because it was introduced by the greatest scientist Carl Friedrich Gauss of the 19th century. On the properties of probability density function of normal distribution, symmetrical. The center part is the highest and it goes down rapidly the farther away from the center. The graph is forever stretched and does not touch the horizontal axis. Distortion of normally distributed space. We consider this normal distribution to be the distortion model of space and multiply the total distortion by the speed at which the distortion diffuses, E equals md superscript 2, as energy. This can be imaged like a sandy mountain collapses by the potential energy possessed by each sand grain in the sand mountain. That is, a flow of energy occurs in a direction in which distortion of the space is eliminated. Expression of spatial distortion integral in normal distribution. The Gaussian integral is expressed by the following equation. This integral is known to be pi. The energy expression of time is force is E equals md superscript 2. E. Energy. Pi total amount of space distortion. D expansion diffusion rate of space. Again integrate again and summarize it as a solid, E equals md superscript 2. Spatial distortion volume x spatial expansive diffusion rate superscript 2 equals spatial freedom and diffusion energy model. Since this energy is equivalent to the four-dimensional energy, both sides are multiplied by momentum epsilon and the same variables exist on both sides. The universe is not regenerated in the model where the energy of the space is diffused and disappears. In order to be regenerated, the energy balance oscillating around the average energy density of back field must be considered. This means that backed field has substance. In the Planck unit system, the basic cosmological constant is defined as 1, in cosmology time is force, the mass of matter is the total amount of strain in space, so the energy is the amount stored as strain in space. Now you can understand why matter mass is equivalent to energy. Inertial mass is the distortion of space resulting from non-uniformity of space expansion. Energy flows in the direction in which the distortion is resolved. So E equals d, space expansion diffusion rate diffusion. Atomic structure floating in space and motion. An atom has a radius of about 1/1000th of a centimeter, about 1/8 cm, and at the center there is a nucleus with a diameter of 100,000th of the atom, about 1e13 cm. The electrons are spinning, just like the planets around the Sun. For example, assuming that the smallest nucleus of a hydrogen atom has a radius of 1 centimeter, electrons rotate with a radius of about several tens of kilometers. In the structure where electrons are rotating around the nucleus, Newtonian mechanics requires the orbiting speed of the electrons. Different speeds have different orbit radii. It has not been confirmed that they are moving in a linear orbit around the nucleus in the first place. Nor is it something that can be visually confirmed. The orbit is maintained because the protons have a positive charge and the electrons have a negative charge, so they are attracted as a force combined with gravity. However, considering that it is determined by the charge and rotation speed of the electron has a very meticulous rotation speed. I don't know how to get this speed. Also, I think it is impossible to think that the atomic structure can be maintained with such meticulousness. In my view of space expansion, the reason that electrons do not fall into the nucleus is that the expansion force of the space is the repulsion between them. In other words, it is easier to think that electrons are drifting in a space where repulsion, electromagnetic force, and gravity are balanced. It is thought that there is a repulsive force of the nature that the electron receives the expansion pressure of the space and the repulsion increases when the electron approaches the nucleus too much and decreases when the electron moves away. In order to have such properties, it is necessary to think that the expansion of the space occurs around the nucleus. It is the image of expanding the space just as the expansion energy melts out of the nucleus. Since repulsion by charge acts between electrons, the number of electrons that can exist on the same orbital sphere is limited. As a result, when the atomic weight increases, it is thought that many layers with different electron orbital heights are formed and many electrons follow the orbitals. Considering this way, if the expansion pressure of the space is large, heavier elements can be formed. And if the expansion pressure is small, only simple atomic structure can be formed. If the expansion of the space progresses in the future and the expansion pressure decreases, the atoms that can exist in the universe will be lighter. It can be inferred that electrons and protons have electric charge due to the expanding frictional force of the space. Photons gained the speed of light from space and matter gained gravity from space. And electrons and protons acquire charge from space to create the current cosmic principle. As the expansion force becomes weaker, the friction force becomes weaker and the electric charge also becomes smaller, so the expansion force and the electromagnetic contraction force are automatically balanced. Nuclear power is a general term for the force acting between protons and neutrons. It has the function of strongly binding nucleons as nuclei to a small region of about 10⁻13 cm. This nuclear force can also be explained from the concept of the space mass field. It is thought that protons and neutrons in the nucleus have a large inseparable mass with respect to space because they share a field in the expansion field, mass field, of space. Dream fusion energy. When the two nuclei come close enough, the attractive force, nuclear force, acting between the nuclei overcomes the electrostatic repulsion and fuses into one to create a new nucleus. This is called a nuclear fusion reaction. In the case of light elements such as deuterium, D, and tritium, T, the fusion reaction reduces the total mass slightly and converts it to energy. In the current thermonuclear fusion technology, the kinetic energy of atoms heated to an extremely high temperature overcomes electrostatic repulsion and fuses nuclei. In my atomic model, the cause of the charge of the atom is the frictional energy due to the expansion of the space, so the atom that does not receive friction from the space has no charge. If uncharged nuclei are launched from both directions, the colliding atoms will fuse. This means that fusion can be achieved without the need for plasma temperature. Causes of substance generation. I have described light velocity, gravity, mass, electromagnetic force, and nuclear force time, but these could be explained as forces due to the interaction of space and energy. However, if the electromagnetic force arises from the expansive frictional force of the space, it is necessary to consider the atoms that do not have a charge. An atom that has no charge has an atomic structure that does not have an electron. The question is, what was the beginning of matter? Photons that have the same movement as the expansion of space do not have an electric charge, but there is a quantum that cannot ride on the expansion of the space, and it is considered that it acquires an electric charge and receives the charge from the expansion space to create an atomic structure. Light velocity, gravity, mass, electromagnetic force, nuclear force. What is a substance in a matter space without time? This is a space where dynamics are lost. It seems that it is necessary to consider the nucleon that has no charge, but it is difficult to think that there is a nucleon that has a size based on our concept. The size and weight of the photon itself cannot be assumed, but it is expected that there is a quantum that does not have the same size and weight but tries to stay in the absolute coordinate system space. Elementary particle theory, superstring theory. A complex system is created for elementary particles. I think these are the names that were given to the fragments that appeared in the collision experiments in the quantum accelerator, but it is still under debate whether such a classification is possible. Therefore, it cannot be said with certainty about the classification and properties of elementary particles. Elementary particle physics prior to string theory defines that there are elementary particles that mediate all forces, and we want to discover them in nature and in accelerators. In superstring theory, all elementary particles are treated as string vibrations. In other words, it is thought that particles are observed not to have any kind but to have different properties depending on the way the strings vibrate. We also believe that the graviton is involved in gravity. It is said that if the Higgs boson existed right after the Big Bang, it would have become a big crunch instead of a Big Bang. In elementary particle theory, the types of elementary particles will increase, and I think it will not be possible to describe the principles of the universe. In string theory, the number of dimensions in space is said to be 9, 10, or 11 dimensions, but this cannot explain the principle. If you subdivide materials to the limit, can you see the principle of the universe? If there is no contradiction in mathematics, Can we explain the principle of the universe? It is important to look for simpler principles. The gravity created by the acceleration motion and the gravity created by the mass of the material are not the same, but the same. Made in all directions opposite to the spatial expansion. Gravity can be explained by applying the law of inertia as it is without assuming elementary particle graviton that transmits gravity. The four forces that exist in the universe: gravitational electromagnetic force, strong force in the nucleus, weak force, are one aspect of the appearance of the cosmic expansion force, and the source is the same single energy. Because power is one aspect of the appearance of energy, it does not make much sense to discuss the differences. Rather, if you think about how various universes are constructed from a single energy, you can imagine a silhouette of the universe that does not show the whole picture. The events we are observing, such as space-time, matter, gravity, and light, initiated by the Big Bang are all thought to be due to the energy of the Big Bang. I thought that the cause of light speed, gravity, mass, electromagnetic force, nuclear force, time was the expansion energy of space. High-dimensional space? Multidimensional space? I think that we can recognize from the zero dimension to the first, second, and third dimensions. The zero dimension is the base point for thinking about dimensions, but since it is zero, it cannot be imaged with something that does not exist. The dimensions in terms of mathematics and physics are as follows. Zero dimension is a point without size. This can only exist as our concept. One dimension is a line without thickness. This can only exist as our concept. Two dimension is a surfaces with no thickness. This can only exist as our concept. Three dimension is a solid without time. This can only exist as our concept. Four dimension is a space-time. It is said to be four-dimensional space-time with three-dimensional and time. It is a dimension that we can perceive by having a time axis. Five dimensions is three-dimensional and time plus. It is a space that you cannot even imagine. Mathematically it is possible to consider high-dimensional space, but 1, 2, 3, 5 dimensions cannot show actual condition. That is because we are in the four-dimensional space-time sky, so we cannot show the actual condition of another dimension in this. It is also doubtful whether the high-dimensional space exists in the universe itself. The space we are seeing is a four-dimensional space-time space. We can neither find nor imagine any more coordinate axes. It is not affixed to the four-dimensional space that we can walk around the four-dimensional space-time. We are in the expanding three-dimensional world, 4 dimensions, but the body and surrounding material world does not expand with the expansion of the space. It has some resistance to the expansion of the space. Or it is a division that has been relocated from expansion of the space. This difference in expansion energy is the gravitational force distorting the space, mass, and time. The term dimension is used in various ways. For example, when discussing the human world you may think about raising the dimension or using such a way, but this is used in a completely different sense. The dimension in physics says n expressed as y equals xn. You can write n from 1 to, but it does not mean that such space exists. Moreover, although it is possible to see a high-dimensional model image expressed by computer graphics, if it is an image displayed on the display, it is a two-dimensional image. In addition, if it is a sculpted solid model it is said to be 3 dimensions. If it is a solid which continues to bulge like a balloon it is a 4-dimensional model. Unfortunately we cannot imagine space above 4 dimensions. High-dimensional space in movies and science fiction movies is simply a creation. Real world and imaginary world. Symmetry is a mathematically important condition of beauty. Plus and minus 0 and infinity there are real numbers and imaginary numbers. Let's say that the right side of the figure is the real world and the left side of the figure is the imaginary world. It is the same form but the world itself is the contrary opposite. I think that it is not a word like expansion and contraction as saying that it is cosmic contradictory. Right and left of this figure are not balanced unless it is symmetry. The left and right are the same shape, but what is the opposite? It is thought that this symmetrical world was right next to the Big Bang, but now it is a symmetrical universe model that thought that the universe expanded by 28 billion light-years apart. There are people who think to leap to anti-world by saying that antiparticle is confirmed in the particle accelerator, but actually there is no confirmation method. Our world will be positive if u squirrel, but in the imaginary number it will be a negative world if u squared. Append I as a symbol. It becomes 10 ICM x 20 ICM equals 200 ICM 2. Calculation does not change only by attaching I to all numerical values. In other words, it is the world where light velocity I, gravity I, mass I, time I. Such a form in which the real world and the imaginary world exist is a beautiful world view with symmetry for mathematicians. The problem has no means to confirm existence. It is the only world in the head of mathematicians. Absolute zero-degree world. Superconductivity phenomenon around absolute 0 degree. This is a well-known fact that the electric resistance of the metal becomes zero beforehand. Bose-Einstein condensation. This is a phenomenon in which a group of atoms behave like a giant atom near absolute 0 degree. Absolute 0 degree world where light cannot run. It turned out that when measuring the speed of laser light by cooling the gas of sodium atom to nearly 273 degrees below zero, it was decelerated to about 17 m/s per second. In my cosmology, the absolute 0 degree world is a world where space does not expand. There is no inner pressure that supports the space of atoms, where no light velocity can exist even in the space that does not expand, and gravity cannot exist. I also believe there is no flow of time. The current universe model, due to the accelerated expansion of outer space, which became Nobel in 2011, graphs with A0 have become dominant. The model assumed in this graph is a universe that spreads and becomes thinner, and a model where expansion expands into shrinkage and the universe collapses. Both models contain singularities. Also, all models think that the Big Bang started from a singularity, so we can't answer the question of what happens. It is said to be the singularity problem of the Big Bang, but it cannot explain the universe that started from nothing. In addition, models that become eternally sparse or cosmic models that collapse and disappear do not answer the question of what will happen. There is increasing interest in the emergence of universal universe models. Theory of everything. The light speed, gravity, mass, and time have been compiled by 2018, but the causes of electromagnetic and nuclear forces could not be explained. In February 2019, I noticed that triboelectricity was created from the expansion of the space, and that electrons and protons were charged. Similarly, I think that nuclear force can be explained as a gravity phenomenon in a minute space. Originally, one way of working was seen as four ways of working. Unified field theory is a theory that unifies various interaction forces into one type in field theory. The goal is to unify all four forces in nature. The theory that unifies all these forces is called the theory of all things. Theory of everything is an attempt to unify the four forces that exist in nature: electromagnetic force, weak force, strong force, and gravity. This is called the theory of all things or grand unified field theory. And, instead of unifying the four forces, thinking about the causes of these forces eventually resulted in the expansion force of the space. And considering the actual state of the expansion of this space, it is presumed that it is not due to the beginning of the universe due to the Big Bang, but to the swing of vague field surrounding our universe. How can we break an established concept? The amazing fact that the identity of the main component of the universe is not understood at all is not only in cosmic elementary particle physics but also more widely confronting the fundamental mystery to 21st century science. We are expecting the emergence of a new cosmology theory. Dynamical system is a mathematical model whose state changes with the passage of time according to certain rules. It is modeled by describing the interaction between elements as a differential equation, or a differential equation by using several elements that affect the change of state as variables. Complex system is several factors related to each other combined to show some properties as a whole. However, the overall behavior means something that is not obvious from individual factors and parts. Self-organization: it is a phenomenon in which order occurs naturally and organizes and creates a patterned structure on its own. Emergence is as a whole. There is nothing more than a simple summation of the properties of parts. Multiple local interactions are organized complicatedly. A system is constructed that cannot be predicted from the behavior of individual elements. Interaction in inertial system: if we consider that the universe is ringing by nonlinear interactions, the equations concerning the universe do not hold. Current physical laws are considered valid only in the local coordinate system. From element reduction theory to bird's-eye view integration theory, redemption is to try to explain the complex and diverse phenomena of the world to basic elements of a single level, but to explain it, but not to reduce them to fine elements individually. Complex system handled as a movement may be a counter-electrode of element reductionism. Modern science has been based on element reduction theory based on accumulation of individual experts, but it hits a big wall. In order to collapse this wall, the idea of bird's-eye view consolidation theory is important. It is thought that it is important for constructing the cosmology theory, where the emergence of new field, new technology can bridge the cross-sectional fusion of specialized segmented fields in a bird's-eye view. So far, we have considered the light theory of gravity, mass, electromagnetic force, nuclear force, and time, based on the conventional Big Bang cosmology. Big Bang cosmology cannot explain what exploded and why. I also cannot explain the cause of the accelerated expansion of the universe. I feel that the cosmic principle is maintained not by the one-time phenomenon of explosion, but by the principle that occurs constantly. Light speed, gravity, mass, electromagnetic force, nuclear force, time is a spatial phenomenon caused by energy given from space. In the current physics, mass of matter is treated as a property unique to matter, but mass is expressed as the interaction between space and matter because mass is the inertial force of the strain field in space.